we can come up with while we talk to you live. This is the Author's Corner. You are with Own It Magazine and Publishing Editor-in-Chief Marisa Bludorn. I am your host, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. Have you ever thought about writing a book? Are you an author? Well, you want to stay tuned because we're going to be talking about all those things pertaining to being an author. Taking center stage and owning it with me is Tiffany Para. She is the editor-in-chief of Phoenix Fitness Magazine, and I am actually looking at your cover right now for this month. I'm so excited. It is full of fire, girl.
Yes, I am so excited about this month. Oh my God, we got Dr. Lotus Riche on the cover. Woo woo! Just excited. It is fire. It is fire. So if y'all haven't subscribed, y'all better subscribe, okay? Look, Phoenix Fitness Fit Addicts Mag 2021.com. Go and get your subscription.
I am so excited about that cover. I'm actually going to find it and pull it up because they really need to see this cover. So when we were getting ready to go live, I was like, where is that cover at?
Absolutely. Look, show them how we celebrate our covers. You know
oh my gosh, I'm uploading it now because it is so amazing. And today we're going to be focusing in a month of March. We were talking about planning your book if you've not already written a book, or if you've already published and you're looking to publish again. We've been talking about how you structure your book, how you format it, the layout. I actually did with one of my recent authors, Ivan Johnson, Muse of Soul. He published his book. We did for the first time. I did a hardcover copy, and that was a lot of fun. And so sometimes when we're publishing, we're not thinking about all these opportunities and these different things that we could do. So after I show the cover, we're going to dive right in it. But you got to see this fire-filled cover. Woo! That is fire. I love it. With the phoenix behind her, she's looking fabulous. And I got a chance to, during your Girl Powerhouse conference this past month, I got a chance to see her in action and was really excited about all that you did. And in the Phoenix Fitness Magazine this month, you can see what the Girl Powerhouse Network did over there in California. And I know that you were in Nevada one year and Las Vegas. Girl, you're just doing it. And you're getting ready to come to the Dominican Republic 2026.
Yes, 2026. We're doing the Girl Powerhouse Network conference and retreat now. So we're going to expand it because you know what? One day is not enough. It really isn't enough to pour into one another and really be able to bond and network and just find, that soul sister or even that business bestie. It's just, there's so many just different magnificent women and men because we just did our first men's conference this year as well. So we just have so many magnificent people that just show up and just want to just pour into you. So it's an amazing experience. So you definitely want to get into this next one in 2026 because you got like 3-4 days with us.
Yes. And you know what? It's so important that, we're busy and we're doing what we love to do.
Yeah.
But we're also pouring into people. So sometimes we need to, and not sometimes, we have to intentionally take the time to allow ourselves to be poured into. I'm looking forward to Kern Crockett-Cherry, which is our cover girl for Own It Magazine and publishing for the month of March. She will be in London this October. I will be in London too. I'm excited about being in London and hanging out there. I'm excited about doing that because although I'm looking to be speaking at that event, I'm also looking to be in the room where it's happening and to connect with people. It's nothing like being in person. And I think that we're still, like, some people may have gotten past it, but I know here in the DR, I'm still getting reacclimated with being in the room with people and networking and talking and sharing and empowering one another. The Girl Powerhouse Network is all about that, pouring into and really building up and empowering one another. As your designer for your magazine, the publisher of your magazine, had so much fun looking at all the pictures and seeing how everyone's just loving on each other and having such a good time. You had clothing there, you had
Yes.
screens there, you guys had a lot going on there.
We had a ton going on. I mean, we had Shandice with the Sadidi Boutique. She had some amazing clothing there. I mean, and she's so vibrant and just all the colors and things that she had there, and all the ladies just loved it. Then we even had Melissa with Revelation of Nature. She brought in teas and some sea moss, tastings and stuff, and it was just amazing because the tea that she brought in, it was like a hibiscus, elderberry. I can't even really say that. It's what is it? I can't say it. Kua chalate. I can't say it. I don't know how to say it. Right? But anyway, it's a bark, and it is just so amazing. I mean, just the tea that she brought in. I ended up she gifted me some teas to bring home. And my husband and I, we've been like just hooked on the teas. We just picked up
Oh,
some sea
wow.
moss from her. Our bodies feel just great. We had Moshe Akala, Mother of Earth Shea Butter in the house. And Mother Earth Shea Butter, they have actually been with us. They are in the magazine as well. She's been with us
Okay.
since the beginning. And she has just an amazing shea butter line.
Yes, I remember her.
Woo, it has my skin feeling good. I had recently broke out in a little bit of a rash. I had like a allergic reaction to something. I think it was the spray that I had sprayed on my braids. And I used that shea butter and it just helped
Cleared
me get
up.
right back to the other side of it. It healed me right up. So
Oh,
I
what?
love just bringing amazing people into, the room to celebrate them and what they do as well. So we always want to have, a couple sponsors in the room and, but it's really just about networking and learning how to, I always say, fill the gaps, right? Because I don't know everything. We don't know everything, right? And we need other positive, like-minded people to help us fill the gaps in, the things that we're doing in life, right? So
Yeah.
that's what these conferences are all about, just bringing people together to really just love on one another and, just fill those gaps.
Yeah, and teamwork makes the dream work.
It does.
And to be honest with you, it's no fun when you know how to do everything, right? It's no
Right.
fun when you know how to do everything. You want others to be able to, have your spot. I love spotlighting my sisters. I love, just showering them with compliments and, just lifting them up. It feels good. To lift someone else up. We did a shout out of Karen Cherry, so I just want to boast about her. And since we
Yes.
shared the Phoenix Fitness magazine cover, I just want to
Yes. Look at that.
Karen Crockett Cherry. So you have Own It magazine, which has the personal, professional, business development magazine. That's this issue. Then you have Lit. Because we're a publishing company, we cannot not advocate for literacy. And
Right.
believe it or not, there's not enough of us reading out there. And then also, too, for me, it's very important for you not only to read. And I love what the Bible says, don't be hearers of the word only, but be doers also. Don't read and not apply the knowledge.
That's right.
Knowledge, reading is fundamental. Knowledge is power, but knowledge applied in life is powerful. And
That's right.
so we encourage you in the Lit magazine, if you're interested, authors, this is the Author's Corner. This is the Lit magazine. This is our literacy platform. If you're interested in being promoted either in Phoenix Fitness magazine or in the Lit magazine as an author, you are more than welcome. Just reach out to us and we'd be more than happy to get you the visibility that you deserve and that you need in order for you to really make your book your business. And here is Lifestyles, all work and no play, no way. So Own It magazine believes in the holistic approach to you. So we talk to you about your life, your career, and your business. We talked about writing your story and becoming more and more knowledgeable and more powerful and how you show up in that life, career, or business. And then we want you to know, all work and no play, no way. You have got to have a good time. We believe in that, right, Tiffany?
You gotta have a good
We
time.
believe in having a funky, good time. And
Yes.
you see, you can tell that we love what we do, and we do it all day long. And so we're going to dive right into what we were talking about, what we're here for, and it's to talk about planning your book. Tiffany and I are both publishers. She's published I don't even know how many anthologies she's been in or how many she's published herself. Same thing on this side. We want to talk to you about planning your book. And also, too, don't self-sabotage. Don't talk yourself out of it, and don't let anybody in your circle talk yourself out of it. And don't let anybody tell you that your story is not good enough or you may not have anything to offer. We all have something to offer. It depends on what genre. You just have to find out. Do you want to write in a fictionary way? Do you want to write realistic, motivational, inspiring? Do you want to write poetry? Ivan Johnson is one of our clients who he published a book of poetry, and he's the one who did the hard copy, hardcover. And so you just have to decide. I mean, you really have to decide what it is you want to do, and you really have to focus on enjoying it, enjoying the journey, and making sure that you get in that set aside place where you don't allow anyone to take away that joy, whether that is through their doubt of what you're doing or them questioning what you're doing. Making sure that you take the time to do the homework to find out, how do I want my book cover design? What do I want to talk about? What is it that I really, really want to do? And then get a strategy behind that. And so you got eBooks, right?
Yeah.
You got the paper book, you have the hard copy, and you have the Audible. So Ivan is doing Audible too. So he's putting me to work because it's going to be my first audio book. Wow. And then it's going to be was my first hardcover copy. And so just one. And so don't allow yourself to, step out or feel insecure about it. Just focus on what are the details. Do the homework. The information is out there for how you get it done and move forward. So we did that successfully. His book is beautiful. It's in color and it's also available in black and white. And so, Tiffany, with all of that being said, share with us, how do you go about strategy? Because, when you're doing an anthology, that's a big project. How do you manage all of that, the planning, etc.? How do you manage all of that?
I've been through, I've been in 8, 9 anthologies now. And I originally, when I was in the first anthology, she did something a little bit different where she had, accountability partners, things like that. So I took a lot of the different things that I learned in some of the anthologies, some of the really good things that stuck with me, and put that to work. So when I get started, first off, I just kind of brainstorm. Usually I'm just sitting around and all of a sudden something just comes up, right? With my first anthologies, the first 3, they're all kind of the same, but they're building on each other. So those are the Becoming a Girl Powerhouse. So during COVID, I went through a moment that was a gut punch for me. I've been laid off out of the, job I was at. It was really a kind of a long time career. And it was time for me to change, but I didn't want to change, So when that happened, I'm like, man, I need other people around me. So I created the Girl Powerhouse Network. I just asked a couple of people, a couple of women that I had met locally to just meet with me on Zoom for an hour a week. Let's just talk about let's celebrate our wins, big, little, everything in between. Let's talk about our challenges that we're going through in life. Let's just really get deep down and dirty with it, right? And as I was talking to these women and learning their stories, I was like, man, y'all need to share your stories. Because when I shared my story, in this anthology that I was in, it was really powerful. So I asked the first woman, hey, would you want to, you sound like you've been through some stuff. Would you like to share your story? because I know that there's other people out there that have probably been through some of the same stuff, but you got to the other side and you're doing some things. Like you're really flourishing in life and you're getting through this roller coaster. Would you like to share? And she's like, hell yeah, let's do it. And then that just gave me fire. I'm like, all right, let me go. And I started asking other women. And then I kind of took my training skills that I learned in HR, and kind of built off that. Like, let's go ahead and let's have workshops every month where we're all coming together as a group and we're all growing together, right? Because writing is hard. Sharing your stories and being authentic and true and just vulnerable is really hard. So we need to come together so we don't just completely fizzle out, because sometimes that's what'll happen. And I've had that happen in some of my projects. Some of the women just can't seem to deal with it because they're just not ready to share their story. But
Yeah.
when you have others that are sharing their story and their truth, it helps you to be able to do it a little bit easier. So I bring people together. I give them the accountability partners so they can meet once a week together and just really, hey, where are you at with your writing? How are you doing? If you've got some writer's block going on, let's talk about that. What's going on? Who's in your ear? Because a lot of times it's who's in your ears. So when you're talking to people about what they're hearing and what they're going through as they're going through their writing journey, it just helps it be so much better. Now, I created a team as well. Before it was just one individual that I was working with, Dr. Jackie Evans Phillips, and she helped me grow in this process. Then I said, let me go ahead and take this a step further. I want to start really publishing these things as well because I got it. I figured it out.
Yep.
Like, yes, this is not hard to do. It's a lot of work, but it's not hard.
Yeah.
And when I was able to bring the first, 11 women to number one bestseller, it was like, whoa, it was amazing. And as I started just sharing the book and as the women got excited and started sharing their story and the book that they wrote the book, then more women came forward. That's where part 2 came in.
Yep.
And then part 3 had to come in because more women, as the community was growing and as people were learning that we're writing books together, they want to be a part of it. They want to share their story because it's so therapeutic. So therapeutic to share your story. When you get it all out, and now I'm going to move into what we're doing right now, which is Unsnapped.
Yep.
Unsnapped is about being calm, cool, and collected in today's society when all the craziness is going on around you. How do you stay unsnapped? And this is fun for me, because I feel like calm is a superpower,
Yes,
especially
it
today
is.
because so many people are snapping and just going off and everything just triggers everybody. And it's like everybody like lost their sense of humor.
Yeah.
So Unsnapped is going to be a little bit of humor in it, but there are going to be some true, real stories being told that are going to, really kind of trigger the emotion a little bit. But that's what we're supposed to do in our stories, right? We want to trigger the emotion a little bit in you and, and maybe help you to want to share your story or want to tell a story. If it's a fictional something that you want to do, but that's just going to help you get some of that energy out and just help your brilliance to just get more out there in the world so you can leave more of a legacy.
Yeah, yeah. And I love being a part of Unsnapped. I said, this round I got to be a part of. And so I really loved it because it is so important. We talk about self awareness through Own It. Self awareness should lead you to self development. And
Right.
that's the unsnap part is that
Right.
you don't have to snap if you know yourself, right? So the self development part, self mastery. Self mastery is a part of where you self regulate and you say, listen, even though I know I have the right to snap, I can't. It's not going
Right.
to work. If I want the results that I want, then I got to use my self mastery and I have to draw myself back in and become conscious that this is a trigger and I have control over how I respond to that trigger. I don't have to
Right.
just be triggered and go full throttle. I can actually pull back and say I'm not going down that road.
Right.
And I know for me that was very important for me because when I think about projects that I want to be in, they have to speak to my heartbeat. They have to speak to the purpose, because I'm not going to just write. I'm writing to say there's transformation, there's inspiration, there's empowerment in this. And I just am thankful that you, and then I'm also thankful to you because you didn't count it robbery to say, hey, we need the men too. And so you did the unsat for the women, and then you did the unsat for men. I have a real quick question for you. Are you going to do an anthology for the 2026 conferences, or are there going to be any anthologies attached to that?
You know what? That there has been some thought on it. So I am thinking that we are going to do an anthology with that, because I feel that we can add in a day where we can spend, and that's going to be kind of leveling up what I've been doing, because it's been all virtual, right? So being able to have the individuals come, be there in person, actually have it just laid out, right? Because you could essentially write your story in a day. I mean,
Yeah,
you
you
really
can.
could. If you have the
It's
right
a
person
chat.
there with you could do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do for the people that come to the island is, yes, we're going to do an anthology, and we'll get it done before they leave the island. We want to make sure they get their chapters done, so we don't have to be chasing people down to get chapters in, all that stuff. We want
Right.
that first rough draft done by the time
Yeah.
they leave.
That's it. That's amazing. And so we know that that's going to be in February of 2026. So
Yes.
if someone is interested, you know where to find Tiffany. Just reach out to her on her social media platform. Here is her Phoenix Fitness Fanatics for 2025 March issue. Dr. Lotus Ricci.
Yes.
So excited to have her coming with us to be in the Dominican Republic next year. I'm really excited about that, Tiffany.
Yes.
Beautiful cover. Not giving myself any kudos for designing it.
Look, you got to give yourself those kudos as well, because
Because
you know what? I
the,
can't do it without you, sis.
the inspiration comes from you, though. That phoenix that rises up from the ashes. Each time I design your magazine every month, I'm constantly reminded of that we have to go through the fire in order for us to rise. And so, beautiful magazine, beautiful features, the content. I love the the beet juice smoothie. I always steal the recipes. So I'm getting ready to do, I'm finishing up the Lifestyles and Leisure Living, which is this magazine. So we have Lifestyles, Own It, Personal, Professional, Business Development. We have the Lit magazine, which is the Literacy Awareness magazine. And then we have the Lifestyles magazine. So in this magazine, we'll be talking about London with Dr. I want to call Kern Doctor. I keep saying it, Dr. Kern Cherry, but we're going to be in London. So in this magazine, we're going to be covering things that are going to be happening in London. We're going to be covering the Power Up Summit that Kern Cherry and her team will be leading up in October of 2025. I know she is soliciting for people to come out and be part of that event. But we'll be focusing on everything pertaining to London. And so, in part of that, we'll be having the signature dessert that they have, the signature drink, the signature entree that's eaten by folks in London. And so those are the things that, and the hotels will be featuring the hotels that are in the London area, things to do, the adventures to do. That's what we do in the Lifestyles and Leisure Living magazine. We cover places all over the world. I think we've covered Dubai, we've covered Las Vegas, we've covered the DMV area, we've covered Texas, we've covered, where else have we covered? We have covered all over. I don't even know how many places that we've covered, but each time someone's on that cover, we either cover where their hometown, or we cover where they've been, that they've traveled. And so that's what that Lifestyles and all work and no play on Own It is no way.
Okay. Nope.
We know how to tranquila. We know how to chill out. We know how to relax as much as we work hard. And so we have a comment from our audience. Terry Walker, we love you, Mama Sita. And so I just want to say, Tiffany, thank you so very much for jumping on with me today. Our team has been, normally we have a room full, but our team is in different places doing different things, which I love because that means that we're making business happen, that
That's right.
things are happening for us, and that's a beautiful thing. And so, Tiffany, I can't wait. You're going to be here within like I don't even know.
About a month, yes.
Yeah, little, like maybe 31 days. She'll be right here with me in the Dominican Republic, and I'm so happy to have you. And yes, she is moving here. She's not coming to just visit. She is coming to stay. Hallelujah. We're doing this thing where we're not staying, we're living abroad, and we are loving it. And so we just want to say to you that if you have a story in your heart and you want to share it, and you just need a support system, you need some, group of a tribe to come along and help you. Like Tiffany said, it's easy for me to write. It's not a challenge for me to write at all. I'll just be very honest. I'm a philosopher, so I love to talk, and I love to write. And I write just like I talk. The key is what do you want to share with the world? I could write all day, but it's not necessary that I want to share everything with the world. What do you want to share with the world? What do you need the courage and support in order for you to do that successfully? We want to see you thriving, not striving. And so you can reach out to myself, you can reach out to Tiffany, whoever you connect with most, just reach out to us. We want to see you not only start your project, but we want to see you get to the finish line. And so, Tiffany, do you have any closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. You know what? If you're just thinking about writing a book, you just got a little idea out there, do it. Just write it down. Get it out there, because you do not want to leave this earth without getting everything and every little last thing that you were meant to do here out there. So if you're thinking about it, that's your inner self telling you need to do it. So get out there, get those books out there, and just do it. Right, Marisa?
Just do it. Just do it. We love you so very much. This has been the Author's Corner, as featured in the Own It magazine. We love you. We're out. Take care and be blessed.